Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Amen Thompson.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Daniels out there with Desmond Bane. Then there's Cam Johnson. Then it's Thompson, and it's Richards in at the center position. And for the 76ers, Butler out there with Johnson. Then it's White. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Mobley in at the center. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Now, here's Bane. Thompson right side. The baseline J. Rebound by Butler. Johnson with a screen on Thompson. Butler kicks to White. Clock at 6. Johnson sets the screen for Paul. Lets it go with a 3. Thompson with the rebound. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Last time they met was in Minnesota.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards.
Off target with his 3. Here's Philadelphia. Paul outside. Outside, White. Mobley, a screen on Johnson. Unloads, and the jumper is good.
First points of the night, and you know this is going to be a battle of matchups.
What's going to be fascinating to watch is which matchups are they willing to go exploit.
Down low, and the slam dunk by Johnson.
Size and athleticism by Cam Johnson. How about that vertical?
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
I caught up with Coach Nick Nurse. Desmond Bane was the topic, and Coach was effusive with his praise. He said Bane is a great catch-and-shoot guy, but he'll find ways to contribute no matter what. He also said Bane is hard to game plan for, but they'll do their best not to let him get in rhythm. And they will have their hands full tonight, guys.
All right, David, thanks. And here is Butler. After the three-pointer from Desmond Bane. A kick out to Mobley. Over Thompson. Mobley misses.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And stolen by Butler. Fast break, Philadelphia. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Boy, I love to watch Jimmy Butler work in the post. High activity level. Hard not to foul that guy.
Philadelphia shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. The free throw drops for Butler. When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun. And let's take a quick look at some stats for Paul. His last 10 games, he's putting up about 8 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. I mean, the numbers aren't bad on their own, but he knows that he can help this team in a bigger way.
And sometimes it comes down to the flow of the offense. One night it's your night, another night perhaps it's somebody else's.
Now here's Paul. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Here's White. It's deflected. Butler against Johnson. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. Here we are, 2 games left before the start of the playoffs. Let's take a look at the possible field. Taking a look at Philadelphia. Right now, they're locked into third place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs.
Right now for Philadelphia, their fans had high hopes for them this season, and they have not let them down. It's been a fantastic campaign thus far, and they really are set up perfectly for a deep run in the playoffs.
Johnson. Minnesota with the rebound. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And what surprised me was how easy they made it look. It seemed like they got something out of every possession.
Daniels passes to Bain. Richards with it, wide on him. And the first shot of the night for him, missing. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the 76ers. Butler against Thompson. To the inside. Johnson's shot is off. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Johnson against Thompson. Inside. Outside. Bain. Daniels from outside. It's rebounded by Paul. The 76ers lead. Pass to Butler. Kicks it out to Johnson. Here's White. The good-looking shot from the wing.
Derek White, when he knocks down shots, you can feel the confidence rise.
Timberwolves trail by 3. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Johnson. And his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And he's been deadly from the free throw line. Only a handful of players are shooting a better percentage. Phenomenal asset to have on your team. Here is Daniels. Still yet to score. Outside, Bain. Can they get it? Another miss by Minnesota. Philadelphia leading by 3. Outside Butler. Johnson sets the screen for Butler. Pass to Johnson. Back to Butler. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots over Johnson. A putback. Goes up again. And they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
This season has been full of surprises, Greg. What's surprising you most about the NBA right now?
Kevin, the game evolves constantly. I mean, the increased speed of the league, a lot more scoring. If your eyes aren't glued to the action, you might miss it.
Down low, goes up on the block, and that one's good. Richards.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Mobley, a screen on Johnson. Here's Butler. Rebound, Minnesota.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bain seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
Free throw good, Bain.
And what you love about Bain is just how hard he works. His drive to keep getting better on display.
And Bain drops them both. Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota had, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
What you love about Jimmy Butler, this guy just competes. You want to concede the three? Okay, I'll take it.
Pass to Daniels. Back to Bain. 5 on the clock. Over Paul. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Bain's got 7 points.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Here's Butler. Johnson with the block.
Boy, how about Cameron Johnson not only contesting, but sending that shot back? That's nice.
And yes, it's good. Now just a 1-point Philadelphia lead.
Oh, nice drive there to get to the bucket using some of that terrific agility that he possesses.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Trace Jackson Davis is checked in for the 76ers. Alex Caruso comes in for Paul. White looking around. Pass to Caruso. To the paint. Here's Butler. A kick out to Mobley. Second shot opportunity. And it's Butler missing.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Here is Daniels. Defended by Caruso. Thompson, a screen on White. Shot clock at 6. And it's Desmond Bain with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, a bit reckless right there. That's his second foul, and he can't afford to pick up a third.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Philadelphia's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Bounce pass, Butler. Jackson Davis. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Here's Mobley. Playing Milwaukee, he was nearly unstoppable. White the pass to Butler. Mobley a screen on Johnson. Clock at 4. And Mobley the bucket on the assist by Butler. And the 76ers lead by 3.
Yeah, you've got to put that length and frame to work. Evan Mobley sets the screen and creates room for his role.
Thompson outside. Johnson against Butler. Here's Bain. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And they really got after it from a defensive standpoint throughout that entire game. The turnovers they forced really tell the story.
There has to be a willingness to take chances, jumping for steals, getting out in passing lanes, and all of that worked in their favor.
Here's Bain. 76ers getting the bucket. Pass to Thompson. To the middle. Looking for Richards and gets it there.
A signature slam from the big fella. We've seen a few of those before.
Mobley a screen on Bain. Here's White. And Thompson sends it back. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, coming out of high school at 6'0", Derek White didn't receive any full scholarship offers. He says it was humbling, but it drove me to get better. Each time you have the doubters, you just put a little chip on your shoulder. The 29th pick overall in 2017, he's come a long way. Kevin, his chips are still there.
You're so right, David. Thanks. He's become a heck of a player. Now here's Johnson. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go. And stolen by Butler. Pass to Mobley. Now here's Butler. Defense right on him. Outside, White. From 20 feet out. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Bane passes to Richards. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
That's about reading the floor. Hits his man right where he wanted it.
The 76ers leading. White left side. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first. Pass to Mobley. Three-pointer, Butler. With 1 on the clock. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Nick Richards. Thompson comes in for Amen Thompson. Ivy's checked in for Daniels. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Bane. Now, here's Ivy. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Brooklyn. Thompson, a screen on Caruso. Puts it up. The shot by Ivy, no good.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
White with it. He's defended by Alvarado. Right side, White. That's his 4th miss from the floor. He's made 2 of his shots.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Ivy against Caruso. Now Ivy shoots over Caruso. Ivy with the bucket. Jimmy Butler has been on display for Philadelphia. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And what stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. We've got Amen Thompson. Ivy is out there with Desmond Bane. Then it's Daniels, and it's Richards in at the 5. Outside, Bane. Pass to Ivy. Going inside.
Strong finish.
So explosive. Get used to seeing a lot of that from Ivy. Wow.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam King. Philadelphia shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively to say the least. And Philadelphia with another turnover here. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Thompson, a screen on Paul. Bane for 3. Drills it from outside. Bane's got the lead up to 3 now for the Timberwolves.
And he just lights it up from downtown. Bain, so dangerous from out there.
Back to Paul. Johnson sends the screen for Paul. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Ivy. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
Thompson looking for an opening. Timberwolves passing it around. Bain against Paul. Bain, no good. The 76ers trail by 3. Paul outside. Pass to Jackson Davis. Down low. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint. What's up?
We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
Now, here's Bain. 10 points for him.
Good find from Bain, proving that he's a total team player.
Johnson outside. To Paul, jacks up a 3. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. Paul's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Bain against Paul. The drive by Bain. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the guy knows how to score. Bain manipulating the D there to his advantage.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And with numbers like this, how about 87% on the year? He's been somebody they love having at the line.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys. While we have a moment here, let's reveal the teams that have been holding opponents to the fewest points this month. The 76ers, number 1.
You know, they're pressuring the ball more, challenging every single shot. Their defense has been playing at a really high level.
And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Paul for 3, connects from three-point range. Paul's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Philadelphia. Bain passes to Ivy. Here is Daniels, defended by Caruso. It's up a 3, rebounded by Ellis. And Zarellis will bring it up for the 76ers. They get the take on the Heat at Miami after this one. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Ivy. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And taking a look at some stats here for Daniels. Since the All-Star break, he's been putting in work. And he's in the top 20 in assists per game. His talent for creating easy buckets for his teammates, such an asset.
As we've seen, he's a difficult defender to bring the ball up against. Quick feet, quick hands, always looking to force a mistake.
And you have to appreciate the all-out effort IGNBA gives you on the court. He works so hard to find ways to get involved and prove he belongs here.
Now here's Ellis. Scoreless thus far. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Cameron Johnson.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Now here's Caruso, following the shot by Chris Paul.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Outside, Bain. Thompson, a screen on Paul. 6 to shoot. Out to Thompson from downtown. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
Defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Ahman will blow right by you.
Now here's Paul. An 11-point game for him in the win against Milwaukee. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Johnson, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Paul against Bain. Here's the screen. Over Paul. Bain with the bucket. Bain's got 7 points for the quarter.
You see the offensive versatility there. Bain stepping inside the arc to take that mid-range.
Paul kicks to Caruso. Shoots over Johnson. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. Minnesota in the lead. And here is Bain. He picked up 24 points in their last win against the Nets in Brooklyn. No good from outside. For Philadelphia, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Caruso, no good.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. The 76ers shooting very well, 56% from the floor here in the second quarter. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Some changes for Philadelphia. Mobley, he's checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Butler comes in for Alex Caruso. And Derek White subbed in for Ellis. Johnson outside. Paul outside. Outside, White. Here's Butler. He's coming off a 16-point game against Milwaukee.
I love that he sacrificed his body over and over. His persistence at getting to the free throw line really paid off for them.
And Minnesota has possession. 76ers getting the bucket. Johnson finds Thompson. On the wing, Bain. From the arc. Rebound by the 76ers. Johnson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Butler dishes to Paul. Back to Butler. Johnson sends the screen for Butler. And it's Johnson. That time on the assist by Butler.
See, right there in the screen and roll, Butler showing the capacity to create for others. I love that.
Bain passes to Johnson. Thompson, a screen on Butler. At the top of the key, Thompson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Bain puts up a deep 3. Second chance effort. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Mobley.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
Here's Mobley, and it's blocked. Thompson against Johnson. There's the screen to the paint. Here's Richards, the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Oh, An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Butler making it happen inside.
This guy making his presence felt. Jimmy Butler, the ultimate competitor.
Thompson outside. Pass to Johnson. Payne for three. And it's White with the rebound.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Ball finds Mobley. White bounce pass. Mobley the pass to Butler. Mobley a screen on Bane. The 76ers need to get off a shot, and Mobley throws it down.
Well, we know this. Playing above the rim is a big part of Evan Mobley's game.
And we talk about Derek White, Doris. How impressive has his rise been?
Kevin, it's been both impressive and sometimes feels improbable. He was not highly recruited. There were no expectations on him when he arrived in the NBA. This guy has turned himself into one of the premier defenders from the guard spot, an excellent shot blocker, and so rock steady as a ball handler on the offensive end.
A shot by Johnson, no good. For Minnesota, they've gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. Payne looking around. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
The 76ers trail by 4. Outside Butler. Rob. Pass to Daniels. Here's Thompson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
How about the ferocity we have seen from them on defense? I mean, they're looking to contest every shot that goes up.
Another thing they're doing right out of the gates tonight, applying a ton of defensive pressure.
And that one misses.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Ellis, he's checked in for the 76ers. And then for Minnesota, Jonathan Isaac comes in for Nick Richards. And Ivy subbed in for Dyson Daniel. Ellis kicks to Butler. To stop the run. From deep, Jimmy Butler!
See, Jimmy Butler is able to move with a certain level of force coming off the screen, and because he does, he gets the separation he needs.
Pass to Johnson. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. A floater draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater, and let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Nick Richards comes in for Isaac, and Daniels subbed in for Ivy.
What I love most about Jimmy Butler is his will to win and the capacity he has to take his teammates right along with him.
Daniels with it. He's guarded by Ellis. Daniels passes to Thompson. Just 4 to shoot. From deep three-point land. Johnson can't hit.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
1:27 left in the first half of basketball. Payne against Mobley. Outside Payne. Daniels inside the line. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. Philadelphia's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Ellis dishes to Butler. Johnson with a screen on Johnson. Three-pointer, Butler. The rebound by Richards. Richards got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here is Daniels. White covering. Bain against Butler. 5 to shoot. Bain, no good. And so White will bring it up for Philadelphia. Pass to Mobley. Johnson sends the screen for Mobley. Traps in the tray. Mobley's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Boy, everyone seems to want a three-point shot now. Clearly something Evan Mobley is working towards.
To the inside. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Desmond Bain getting it done for the Timberwolves. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his passing. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much here.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Thanks for tuning in. The story tonight with the Minnesota Timberwolves, they're in a close game.
Playing well on the road can be very difficult. They're doing a good job despite the challenges.
Away from home, they aren't letting the crowd get into their heads. In fact, they've looked comfortable at times. And during that first half of play, these two leading the way for their respective teams.
These two guys, we thought they'd bring it tonight. It has been brought, playing with no fear.
Can't forget about your teammates, though. Got to keep them involved, too.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been a clinic out there by Desmond Bain.
And the way that he has helped out with the ball movement has been a difference maker early on.
I don't know that you necessarily think of him as someone who's going to create for others, but boy, all night he's been willing to make the extra pass.
They've got Mobley. Jalen Johnson is out there with Butler. Then there's Derek White. And it's Paul in at the 1. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Boy, we know Evan Mobley is elite on the defensive end. Right now, he's got it cooking offensively.
Bain passes to Daniels. And Thompson kicks to Thompson. Thompson with it. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Daniels. Over White. Rebound by Butler. The 76ers lead. Paul looking over the floor. Johnson sends the screen for Mobley. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Thompson.
Mobley may be thin of frame, folks, but showing you he's willing and able to absorb the contact and make the play anyway.
Throw good. Mobley still in his early 20s, Doris. Evan Mobley is such a great player. So long, athletic. I know you love his play.
I certainly do, Kevin, and there's a lot of reasons why. You begin on the defensive end of the floor. Great shot blocker, can guard on the perimeter, and he continues to work and expand his offensive game. This guy's future is so bright. Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Paul kicks to Mobley. There's the three. Johnson goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That one on Thompson.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Free throw no good for Johnson. Timberwolves trail by 4. Inside, here's Richards, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
That pass was about the location, puts it perfectly into the hands of his teammate.
Paul passes to Butler. Mobley sets the pick for Butler. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Asar Thompson.
What you love about Jimmy Butler is leadership is hard. There's times where you've got to say tough things to your teammates. You need guys like Butler who will do it.
The free throw drops for Butler. And so Butler nails both of them. And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks in Milwaukee. And that will be the 4th of the string of 5 played on the road. Now, here's Thompson. That one goes. Count it. Thompson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Butler finds Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Boy, perfect execution in the pick and roll. Butler always a guy who's going to draw attention, and he makes the unselfish play.
Ball against Payne. Here's Richards, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Mobley, a screen on Payne. Outside Butler. Mobley sets the pick for Butler. Holds it up there for Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
The unspoken communication on the alley-oop, and Evan Mobley making his teammate look good.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Checking out numbers for Thompson. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. He's right around 17 points a night, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
There's no doubt about that. Great anticipation, excellent peripheral vision. His talents are really shining through.
Minnesota with the ball. 4-point game. Payne finds Thompson. Thompson outside. To the middle. Out to Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. Puts up a 3. Here's Richards. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Richards got 8 here in the quarter. Payne against Paul. Mobley at the elbow. That shot misses. Good D by Thompson. For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. They set the pick to the inside. Here's Richards. Mobley with the block.
Shooters have got to be careful and understand Evan Mobley is an elite shot blocker. He's going to let you feel him now, guys.
Paul dishes to White. Johnson outside. Paul for three. The rebound by Richards. Richards got rebound number 8 now on the night. The game now all-time. Thompson's got his first basket of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Butler against Thompson. Now here's Butler. D right on him. Good D by Thompson. Timberwolves have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Paul with the steal. And here we go. It's Butler. Good D by Thompson.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Thompson sets the pick for Bain. Back to Thompson. And there's the call on Evan Mobley. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. They set the pick. Here's Thompson. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
I'm a bit shocked, honestly, that he misses that. That's his shot in rhythm.
Mobley a screen on Bain. Trying to end the drought, and it's blocked. Ball against Thompson. Bain the bounce pass. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Jimmy Butler. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game.
Shooting 2.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the 76ers. Pass to Mobley. With the drive. Use that pick to get in close.
This is what makes Evan Mobley so dangerous. A big who moves so well to the rim and right through the contact.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. Free throw good, Mobley.
Evan Mobley is truly a coach's dream. You get the substance and the style. You get the effort and the skill. And this all from a skinny 7-footer. Boy, his frame's going to fill out and the game becomes more dangerous.
Now here's Thompson. He's got 8. Now here's White. Al Paul. Down low. And Mobley throws it down.
Boy, is it fun to watch Chris Paul dissect the defense. This guy is such a shrewd passer.
Pass to Bain. Thompson a screen on Paul. Bain for 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Bain's got the game tied up here for Minnesota.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Caruso's checked in. Here's White. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Mobley sets the pick for Butler. To the paint. Mobley misses. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And there's the foul. It'll go on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Johnson against Butler. Thompson, a screen on White. Shot clock at 5. Back to Johnson. Takes a 3.
You really appreciate the relentlessness of Jimmy Butler. This guy is one of the elite wing defenders in the league.
And you talk about complementary pieces, Doris. Cam Johnson could fit on any team in the NBA.
And that is because, Kevin, he has got one of the most valuable skills in the game today. That's range shooting. He's got size and a quick release, and he just continues to grow on the defensive end.
Here's Richards. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. And here is Johnson. 5 points in the game. Thompson for the triple. Rebound by the 76ers.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Johnson with a screen on Johnson. Butler passes to Johnson. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Philadelphia.
You love how they've lived in the paint, making the defense just consistently have to collapse and still finding ways to convert.
I think it's also important we mention the number of assists this group has tallied. Their offense continues to just hum along right now.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Isaac's checked in for Nick Richards. Thompson comes in for Amen Thompson. Ivy's checked in for Daniel. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Bain. Now here's White. Pass to Butler. Oh, tough play by Butler.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Ivy on the wing. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Mobley. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. Averaging 25 points per, 13 rebounds, and almost 2.5 blocks. And what an impact he makes for them on that offensive end.
Right, he can do a little bit of everything for this team, and it shows when you look at the scoreboard.
Now here's Butler. He's got 19. Johnson. The shot will not fall. Good D by Thompson. Ivy against White. Pass to Thompson. Inside. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Isaac.
Now you can see why people are so excited about Jonathan Isaac showing off that scoring ability on the interior.
And White kicks to Caruso. Mobley sets the pick for Caruso. That one drops for him. Caruso's got his second basket of the night. Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's Alvarado. No scoring in this one. Johnson, good.
You can see no hesitation on the catch by Cam Johnson. This is why he's on the floor, folks.
White the pass to Caruso. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Butler against Johnson. Back to Mobley. Beyond the arc. Thompson with the rebound.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
Alvarado passes to Johnson. Alvarado with it. Here's Ivy. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They lead by 1. Butler on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. From the top of the key, Mobley. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Butler's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Ivy with it. 8 points for him. And Isaac throws it down.
And smart pick and roll play by Ivy. He saw a chance to open things up for a teammate and took it.
Here's White. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
It's his first trip to the line.
And he's at nearly 90% from the free throw line this season, so having a terrific year.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Trace Jackson-Davis is checked in for Evan Mobley. And Chris Paul subbed in for Alex Caruso. Now, here's Johnson. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
Can we remember this guy is 6'10", so if he's in position, turn the lights out.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. 11 feet away, and it's White missing. Ivy up top, White covering for the lead. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And it's tied up with that one. He's off on the second.
Look, you'd like to take the lead on that possession, but at least he was able to tie the game up.
Evan Mobley getting it done for Philadelphia. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, we've got Daniels. Thompson is out there with Jonathan Isaac. Then there's Desmond Bane. And it's Ivy in at the 2-guard spot. Now, here's Ivy. And the layup is good. Ivy's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Timberwolves.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range. Oh, nice swat there from Ivy. Love seeing guards like him come up big on defense.
Bane passes to Ivy. Isaac a screen on Paul. Here's Bane. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Chris Paul picks up that one. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
Boy, the long ball has been another point of emphasis for this group tonight. Their shooters are finding open spaces and firing without hesitation.
Now here's Paul. And the foul on Dyson Daniel. That's his first foul. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Green, the screen. Got a piece of it. 6 to shoot. Caruso, the pass to Green. Over Thompson. The 76ers with another miss. Timberwolves leading by 4. And man, is this team on a roll right now offensively, Greg. So fun to watch.
They're playing with so much confidence, which is why they're tearing it up on this end.
Now, here's Isaac. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Five on the clock. Thompson for the triple. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Now, here's Bane. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And there's the call on Javonte Green. That's his first foul. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Daniels kicks to Ivy. Clock at 6. Over Ellis. The shot by Ivy, no good. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. They trail by 1. And it's sent back by Isaac.
Well, that's 6'11", sending it back. Jonathan Isaac. Woohoo!
Paul finds Green. Pass to Paul. Bane with the steal. And here they come. Green with the block. They get it back. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
You know, he could have looked to score that himself, but in this particular instance, the advantage is playing inside out.
Paul against Bane. Great D that time from Bane. Timberwolves leading by 3. In the corner, Ivy with it. Pass to Daniels. Now Bane. Count it, and the foul. Chris Paul picks up that one.
And with the body to absorb contact, Bane also has the balance to finish.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Mobley, he's checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Jalen Johnson comes in for Green. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. And it's White in for Ellis. Now, here's Butler.
You can tell every time down the floor, Jimmy Butler trying to make a play, right there drawing contact.
That free throw missing. And he sinks the second.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
Pass to Ivy. Back to Bane. Paul with the steal. Outside, White. Lets the 3 fly. The 76ers again can't hit it.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Mobley outside. Johnson sends the screen for Mobley. Butler on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Over Daniels. The 76ers again can't hit it.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
Now, here's Butler. Out to White. Mobley, a screen on Ivy. Here's White. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. Timberwolves leading by 8. Pass to Isaac. Down low, here's Thompson, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And he makes the first. Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Nick Richards comes in for Jonathan Isaac, and Johnson subbed in for Jaden Ivey. Now Bain. After Jimmy Butler missed from long range, Bain passes to Johnson to the inside, and then Johnson with the dunk.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
And here are the 76ers now, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Now here's Butler. Johnson the screen. Butler kicks to Johnson. Good, and Butler gets the assist.
That's a really solid pass from Jimmy Butler. This guy all about making his teammates better.
Bain passes to Richards. Outside, Bain. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Thompson, a screen on White. Daniels with it. White's there. Daniels passes to Bain. Over Paul. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Bain's got 28.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
To the middle, here's Mobley. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Man, that is a big-time, tough finish. Evan Mobley doesn't back down.
Thompson, a screen on Butler. Butler against Johnson. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Paul outside. Pass to White. Butler against Johnson. Mobley sets the pick for Butler. Back to Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
And this is one of those nights where you get to see everything in Mobley's bag.
Here's Daniels. Here's Bain. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Bain's got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
Johnson against Butler. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Free throw, good Butler. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Paul. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Timberwolves leading by 6. Johnson outside. Back to Bain. Inside. The shot by Thompson, no good. Philadelphia has gotten off 4 three-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. In the corner, it's Mobley. Johnson outside. Pass to Caruso. Butler with the ball. For the 3. The rebound by Richards. Richards got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Daniels kicks to Bain. Here is Daniels. Light covering. Now Daniels, 4 on the shot clock. Shoots over White. Daniels, no good. The 76ers trail by 6. Here's Butler. Minnesota with the rebound. Richards got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Bain passes to Richards. There's a good screen. Here is Daniels, light covering. The screen from Thompson. Three-pointer, Daniels. Rebound by the 76ers. Johnson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. White against Johnson. And White kicks to Johnson. And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That's foul number 2 for him.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
White dishes to Butler. Floats it up there for Mobley, and stolen by Thompson. Pass to Daniel. Caruso against Thompson. Payne for three. Mobley with the block.
Well, this is why you gotta be excited about Mobley. Already a special and versatile defender.
Another miss by Minnesota. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. 6-point game. Here's Butler. No good that time. Good D by Thompson. Minnesota's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Bane, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Butler takes it in. Let's go. The rebound by Richards. Richards got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Payne against White. Pass to Daniel. Now Payne. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over White. And there's Payne. That's good on the assist by Daniels. Payne's got 33 points.
And we've seen more of this lately from Bane, continuing to blossom and improve as a scorer.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. 52 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Butler. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Well, that's the level of tenacity that Jimmy Butler brings to the game. Finishes through contact as well as anyone, maybe short of LeBron James.
Bane drawn the double team, and he commits the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. There's 39 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Butler passes to Mobley, and Mobley throws it down.
How about the young big man, Evan Mobley, coming through in the clutch? We see you, young sir.
Free throw good, Mobley. And here's Daniels, and an intentional foul right there. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, just knocking them down from the charity stripe, extending the lead. Simple basketball.
And the 76ers call time here. They trail by 7. .29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Desmond Bane.
I think the thing that's most striking about Derek White, guys, he's capable of affecting games in so many ways. Yes, he can score it. Excellent passer and a very versatile cross-positional defender. A guy who can contribute to a good team.
Gets the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
And so the Timberwolves take the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Desmond Bane.